In this video we're going to look at rounding rules. So we go to our settings and then choose rounding rules from the menu. Now rounding rules is a key component of TimeHub's automation. So it's the rounding rules which apply every time an employee clocks, so whether they're clocking in or out. And then TimeHub will take that clocked time, the actual time, and round it to the nearest however many minutes you specify in the screen. So you have another number of options. The first one you're looking at is rounding the in time, and we're saying we want to round the in time back how many minutes. So we can round it back not at all, which means it stays on the minute. We can round it back to the nearest previous 5 minutes, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So for this exercise we're going to round it to the nearest 5 minutes backwards, and then we're going to round it forward to the nearest 5 minutes. Again, it could be 0, 5, 10 or 15. So if we do this, and the way we can demonstrate this is if I come over here to this side on the right, and if I put in that the employee clocks in at 9 o'clock, it stays at 9 o'clock, but if I put in that the employee clocks at 9:01, again it stays at 9 o'clock, 9:02, again it stays at 9 o'clock, 9:03 goes to 9:05. So in this scenario here we're saying you've got 5 minutes and 5 minutes, so the first 2 minutes would go back to 9 o'clock, 3 minutes, 4 minutes would go to 5 past. Same on our out time, so again we're taking the time in on this side and then the out on this side, so we're doing exactly the same thing. We're going to round to the nearest 5 minutes, and you'll see over here that if I have a 1700 or I go to 1703, it will go to 5 past. If I go to 1702, it goes back to 1700. Now an obvious example of this is what would happen if the employee clocked at 16:58. Again, we would give them that 2 minutes grace. If I change this and said I want to go backwards to the nearest 5 minutes and I don't want to go forward at all, you'll see that 16:58 becomes 16:55. This is something that your TimeHub team will take you through, but this is basically how it works. So you're working on these. The common one would be 0 and 5 or 0 and 15, and the same on the out time.